So, you want to get better at decaying winter. I get it. Yeah, we all do, don't we? It says right in the description, you will fail. We don't really want to fail as humans, you know? So, normally, you'd always step into the game the first time you're playing it and just assume you're gonna win because you're different, right? No. Me and you are not different. I mean, if you don't identify with what I just said, I did. I'm just describing how I actually booted up this game, and I got hooked into it. So, my favorite class is mindflayer, as you can probably tell, or not. In my last video, which was the guide to every workbench in Decaying Winter, which was kind of actually inaccurate. Don't actually look at it if you're gonna look at it from a historical perspective. That's not really good, and we don't do that here. But what we do here is look at gameplay and see how we can improve it. So, the reason I'm making this video is to actually improve myself in a way and improve the viewer, you guys. So if you have any curiosities on tips or tricks on how to play mindflayer and solo with them and get better as a mindflayer player, that's why this video is here. And it is also here so I can look back to it and just kind of look at my gameplay and get better. Look at the comments, see how people are trashing me for not getting that rapier and not scrapping it later in the game. You guys will see. But anyway, I had an extremely good run this one. I've been trying to actually... Oh, I love this song. I'm sorry. I've been trying to actually get the solo run with mindflayer for quite a while. I'd say like a day or two by now. And I've been through a lot of runs. This was one of the better ones. This one's definitely on the better side. And I already got the backpack on wave 2, on day 2. And I already got the executioner. Everything was going super well. And I saw that horde of players right there, of scavengers, and I knew I could not go to the castle at that time. But anyway, I definitely forgot to scrap that rapier in the bottom, because I don't know, I always think that the executioner or whatever weapons I craft, when I leave it in the workbench, they're just gonna disappear. But I'm pretty sure that's actually not true after extensively testing it 2 or 3 times. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not true. But I just remember one day crafting a weapon that I really wanted. Pretty sure it was like a sniper, because at the time I really liked snipers, and I still do. They are my favorite support class to play. But I do recognize that AKMs are better, or just, you know, the carbiner. AKMs are better since they make more ammo anyway. But anyway, what I was going to talk about is that I totally forgot the subject of 2 sentences ago, which I was going to go back to. So, yeah, I managed to get a lot of healing stuff through this game, and I didn't actually get to wave 10. I got to wave 7, which is a really good accomplishment in my book, since most of my runs only go to like wave 5 or something, because of all the pistols and whatever, and I keep saving my scraps, and I either don't get an execution or I don't get a good weapon blueprint that I can use. So it's a lot of luck, definitely, to get a solo win with mindflayer, because he is not very good on close distances, which if you notice, most classes that are out there on YouTube with solo runs are actually just, you know, solo classes. Classes that do really well in melee range. Like the Berserker and the Kira. Those are amazing for soloing because they can just carry by themselves. They can take care of many scavengers from close range, and they can stack their abilities, which mindflayer doesn't really do that very well. It doesn't stack abilities very well because of how it takes a long time to charge, and also you can do it in the beginning, but your servants just kind of die off, and as long runs come in, the soldiers you get in the beginning don't really help too much, because then they just instantly die by the horde of 50 billion scavengers just shooting with the AKs and everything on them, which definitely the strat is to get the AKs or the shotgunners, but I have not figured out a good strategy to actually consistently get those. Because with spikes, if you do spikes, they're gonna get caught. The early guys are gonna get caught instead of the actual shotgunners and shooters in the back. So you gotta try to like shoot the guys in the back somehow and then throw the spider, but then it gets really hard when there's a horde of them. Yeah, it's just messy. It's a very complicated process in the... Anyway. So for traits, I'll leave a screenshot of my traits here. Hopefully, if I don't, I'm just going to try to describe them. For these traits that I was using for my mind flayer that I really like after testing a lot, my favorite ones are you take minus 25% damage from firearms and explosives, because long ranged always sucks. Impatient for speed, because I really like scavenging, and also you can just kind of outrun the melees and stuff while you're trying to like stall for time. And then I also do the minus 15% damage to everything. Yeah. Executioner is amazing. That's my favorite weapon of choice for this challenge. Obviously, because you can recover your HP. And it takes a lot of time, actually, to recover your HP from first aid kits. Which Mind Flayer does honestly not care as much as other classes, because you can just get your mindless robots and make them dogfight each other while you are healing in the background in a corner, just scuffed away, scared, and healing yourself while your minions do your bidding. And other classes can't really do that, but it still takes time. Executioner is the best for that. Decimator is a point to bring up to the table here. It is preference, kind of, but I usually go for the strat of making spammable weapons that I can just spam during hordes and then have the Executioner do the solo guys. Also because my class allows me to do that. But my equipment of choice here is obviously the throwing knives, not the ballistic daggers. Please don't use those. Those suck, in my opinion. If they don't, let me know in the comments, because I don't really know why they wouldn't suck. Please. I am not the speaker of all truth by any means in this game, but I do think I have a pretty good grasp after playing a lot with Mind Flayer. I was also very sad I didn't get that crate back there. I remember visibly a tear dropping my eye, and I could not take it. I had to commit seppuku, so I pressed 0. Not really. But yeah, I figured out pretty early on that if I really wanted infinite ammo in this game, I could just press 0 at any point. So yeah, don't blame me, blame the developers of the game for the next time that you actually play it and you wonder why you did not press 0 earlier. It's a very nice bug that they've never fixed it, but yeah. I was able to use and kind of open all of my Christmas wrappers presents early, because I used both my aseptic bandage, my splint, and also my combat stimulant all in one night, which wasn't even one of the later nights, and it wasn't the Scav Wars. But I didn't have any fire bombs, and I didn't really want to use any more healing, so I just opted to use those things for now. Also, best thing about the Mind Flayer is actually how fast you can shove. Honestly, melees being able to shove that fast is very useful. You can avoid a lot of damage by that, so definitely abuse shoving if you're a mind flayer, and you're looking for tips by watching this video. So definitely use the throwing knives, because you can do exactly what I'm doing right now, which is basically picking out the threats that you can't really deal with, which is shotgunner, and you can deal one of those daggers. You can throw one of them, and then you can optimally use your ability on whatever is there, because then it drops automatically to 80% HP, which is the minimum. Not 80%, I'm sorry, 80 HP set, like not percentage, because they do have varying healths, especially towards the later waves of the game. So they have to be at exactly 80 HP or less, which the Psycho guy actually already comes with less than 80 HP. So he's always going to be mind flayable without actually dealing damage. There's your very important tip of the day. Please keep those in mind, because they run at you very quickly, and if you don't shove them, they will deal at least like 5 damage to you, which doesn't sound like much, and it isn't, but it does stack, because they attack very fast. So if you leave your mind flayers, they will capture them very easily and fast without you actually having to deal damage to them, unlike the other guys. So 2 hits of the throwing daggers on an unsuspecting enemy will kill them. That is also very useful information you will be using. And is this my last wave? I don't think so. But yeah, always prioritize the shotgunners. Those are very annoying. And always prioritize using your executioner whenever you see that threat isn't really at high risk right now. Yeah, the AKs are always come first too. So AKs and shotgunners, I guess. Snipers can come first, but it's pretty easy to dodge them. Shotgunners are pretty easy to dodge, but it's a problem when there's a lot of people around. Snipers, you don't really have to worry about them even if you have a horde after you, because you can just dodge those. And if you're enjoying the soundtrack, it's actually all made by one person. It's called, the creator is called Lian Chang, and I've specifically chosen every track in this video to actually be able to easily shout him out instead of being instead of having a whole like contracted list that I have to shout out 40 different creators before making this video. Anyway, yeah, if you liked the video so far, you can leave a comment on how bad I am at the game, or how good, how helpful I was for you during your next run or something. I don't know. But yeah, isn't it the worst feeling when you just have a team and you have those 4 morale stacks and you can't really do anything about it, and then you wonder why you're not playing alone? Yeah, that's how I started my journey here. Honestly, the best strat is to just play alone, or play damned if you don't want morale. Then you really don't have to worry about it, because you have a constant 3 or something morale and not being able to walk or run with damned. Honestly, I have actually heard that one person was able to win with damned but wasn't recording. That's very unfortunate, isn't it? But yeah, this is my last wave. I was kind of struggling because I don't think I had any more healing items. If I did, I kind of just forgot about them. I did have a weapon that wasn't my pistol that I should have remembered about it. I got that sniper so cleanly. I was so proud of myself. But I definitely have to work on the range of the executioner because I overestimate it pretty often. I wasn't trying to get the sniper before. I was trying to get the guy in front, and I missed him once or twice. But yeah, the executioner is so useful and helpful because it recovers 5 HP every right-click kill. And I was trying to get that sniper or AK. Yeah, the sniper. And I was successful. But Little did I know that it would actually create my demise right here. Oh, I thought it was so strong. Right there, I should have switched my weapon and just shot him down. But yeah, if you like me, like my content, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment. And I'll see you next video. I'll be trying to finish the solo. Bye-bye.